Welcome one and all to this fourth episode of D&D with me, Mike.
And me, Zoe.
And today we are going to be working on a few more imports and possibly some level design. We will see. So step number one is important. This is a PLY. If you guys haven't seen my additional video called Appendix for episode 3, you should, because we're going to be using those techniques. It's shorter. It's only 30 minutes. And it's only me. There's no Zoe. So we're going to export this to PLY. We're going to put it in the same folder as usual, which is in the Zoe folder here, and we're going to leave it as Adventure Dirt. Save. We're also going to save this one. Okay, now let's go to Blender. Oh, that's our file. Let's go to the fourth tile. Fourth layer. Import. And we're going to import
the dirt.
Okay.
Now it's huge.
Huge-tastic. So we already know it's a 32. We need to divide it by 32 in this case, right? Because we made it a 32, but it's going to have the same size as the rest. So this 4 also is divided by 32. Okay. That's how you focus on a thing, the dot. I couldn't remember. Okay, so that's good. It's 2 steps plus a bit tall. Some of this is probably a bit too tall, but that's fine. Now, first of all, Control A, and we're going to say location, Control A, rotation and scale, Control S. Yeah. So a bit weirded out by this. Why is the dimension saying 0.25? Whatever, it'll be fine. All right, now hit Tab to go into edit mode. So hit space, type REM, remove doubles. That's the first step. We lost 7,000 of them. Now hit Control. Well, actually, let's do a few fixes first. Let the control go. So the top ones need to go. Okay, so hit Z to go into wireframe mode. B to box select. Now we're gonna select all of these. Hit delete faces. Okay, hit Z again. So we're missing the top faces here. Let's put them. So hold Alt, press F. Release Alt. Ooh, undo. It made a triangulated face. I didn't know. Just hit F. Yeah. Hold Alt. Release Alt. F. Hold Alt. Release Alt. F. Save. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we know we want a bottom plane, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We also don't want this bottom plane over here. So first of all, let's simplify everything by selecting all. Hit A. Hello, Midnight Rhino. We normally don't talk very much to our chat during the show because this one is taped for YouTube. But after the show, we do a Q&A. So press A to select everything. Press space. And now select limited dissolve. That's it. Boing. All right.
And gone.
So a lot of stuff that's much nicer to deal with now. Step number 1, we are going to detach this bottom face. So hit Shift D, escape. Okay, and now delete face. Just delete. The delete key first.
Oh, I thought you had pressed it.
I didn't. Okay, so this one here stays at 0. Now it's a detached face. This is going to be our bottom part. That is going to be the bottom dirt. This dirt over here.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah. So this face can go. This face can go. This face can go, and this face can go. So we've only got that bottom face. And this dirt, we need to... these bottom parts don't actually matter to us. Because these are the bottom dirt. Right? Mm. This is the middle dirt that matters to us. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Z. B to box select. No. B to box select again. My bad. And hit delete. F. For faces. Okay, now B to box select, and we're gonna drag these down to here, right? The thing is I don't know exactly where they belong, so Let's see if we can do a minus 0.1 and be lucky. No, I thought so. It's not gonna work. Yeah, we didn't do this in the most intelligent of ways, so we're gonna do it a bit differently. B to box select. Okay. Now, actually, no, before we do that, this one is at 0.031. Copy this, Control C. Okay. A to unselect. A to select all. B to box select. Hold Shift. Let's unselect this bottom box. Okay. And let's do minus paste. That's better. Okay. So now all of these are pointing to the bottom layer. All right. That's not bad. Now, the next thing are going to remove is all of these sides. We do not need the sides, remember? So hit Tab to go into edit mode. Face selection, B, Z first. Z for wireframe. B for box selection. Delete faces. Add the delete key and then F. Now B to box select. Delete faces. Okay. Look at that. That's not bad.
It's a lot of deleting.
Yep. So these weird n-gons that we've got here, it won't be very easy for us to do anything better than this. So we're gonna leave them as they are. Okay. We have reduced the tries to 276. I'm happy with that. Okay. Not bad. Now let's Z to go back to wireframe mode. Yeah, and notice the bottom face has a wrong normals. Yeah. Also, no, it's fine. Wrong normals. Okay, so let's just flip direction. Now they're facing up. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we know we need at least 3 materials. I think 3 is what we should stick with. So we're gonna hit A, add, and the first material we're gonna give is the A. Right? We always give A first. Now the second material we want to give is the details that you want. Right? So the first detail is the vast majority of the top part.
Yeah.
Right? Because the bottom part is darker. Okay. So hit A to unselect all. B to select all. Excuse me, B to box select. Yeah. B to box select. Hit Z for wireframe first. You didn't hit Z. Okay, now B.
I thought I had.
I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. And this one, we're gonna now select B. So that's our second material. I forgot to assign it. Your dad is a potato.
Oh.
There, assigned. And now we need to check where all of the details are. Now, it's gonna be uncomfortable to do. We need to actually see the texture. Okay, and we've lost all of those details. Okay, so let's see in Magic of Voxel more or less how it looked like. You basically painted some random faces that way, right? Problem is we don't have those random faces anymore because they've all been assimilated by the thing.
Yeah.
Right? So one thing we could possibly do is just construct them or perhaps texture them later. I'm not really sure what to do. But we could put these that are on top. We could use those. Yeah, so let's use those. First of all, we're going to need to add a new material, which we're going to call C, capital C. Hit enter. And let's just color it pure blue. Okay. And hit Z to unselect. To that. Tab to go to edit mode. A to unselect. B to box select. All of these. And assign. Okay, now tab. Not tab, I'm sorry. Tab again. Z for... Yes. Okay, now here are all of these faces. Now hit Shift D. And now hold Control. So the problem is we're not going to be able to move comfortably because it's weird proportions, right? So I don't know what proportion would be to go to the next bit. Okay, so let it go and delete faces. Now let's see this one. This one is 3 from the top. So the Y, let's divide it by 3. Oh, undo. My bad. I did the X. So let's no, because this one comes from the center. Do we? Oh, that's one. We're lucky. Okay, minus 0.015 something. Copy this. Okay. Now duplicate this again. Shift D. Okay. Control Z to undo. Okay, and now just press Control V. Oh, it went up by about half. Interesting. Bummer. Okay, Z, Shift D again for me. Escape. Paste. Paste. Now it went up by 1. Okay, so let's hit calculator. There may be a way to actually insert these pieces of information in, but I'm not actually sure. Paste, please. Times 2. Okay. 0 point there. Hit Control C. Okay. Right. So now let's say we want to move it on the X, but negative. Paste it. There. Duplicate it. It didn't work. Shift D, not Control D.
Sorry.
That's okay. Escape. Paste it. Paste it. And so on. Right? So we can do these details as much as we want. We're going to leave them be as they are for now. I may add some more later. Okay? It's not that important in the moment.
All right.
Okay, so this is done. We're going to call it dirt.
I called it adventure dirt in the first place because I might make some other dirt.
That's fine. Save. Control S. Okay. Now we're going to go back to Unity, and our environment will now have the dirt. Now let's see if we can remember how to add it. So the world needs a 4th type. It's going to need a 4th color. It's going to need a 4th map container. Now let's pick any brown. Doesn't particularly matter, but we need to remember these values, and for that we need to change to 255. Okay, so 184, 103, 0. 184, 103, 0. Okay, so for this one we're going to need one of these prefabs. We don't have that prefab, so let's go to the map, duplicate ground. Let's rename ground to grass. Hit enter. Let's rename ground to dirt. And enter. Okay, open the prefab. Got a model, and the model has the grass. Let's change the grass to the dirt. It has 3 materials, none of these. So duplicate grass, rename it bottom dirt. Bottom diet.
Oops.
Or hit enter. Duplicate top bottom dirt, rename it dirt. Hit enter. And duplicate dirt and go, duplicate it.
Oh, I was doing Blender duplicate.
Yeah, and top dirt. Now hold Control. Okay, release it. So we're gonna start with a brown for our dirt.
There was the 104 and then
This one?
and the green.
Okay, so now that's the bottom dirt. Then the medium dirt is going to be this brown, and the top dirt is going to be this orange or something.
Okay.
Right? We'll see if it works. Orange looks a little bit too orange. Let's see if we got some kind of like dead yellow, possibly too yellow. Yeah, let's go more.
I used this kind of yellow at some point.
There you go. That'll do. So back to the model. It has 3. Let's see if we can see it in the scene. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna give it bottom dirt here. That colored the wrong one. Let's give it bottom dirt to here as well. That colored yet the wrong one. Bottom dirt should be finally correct. So bottom dirt. Now let's try with dirt. That's the wrong one. That's the one. It orders them weirdly. And then the top dirt is here. So, I don't know if these all have some kind of... Ooh, they all smooth. We're going to remove all of the smooth. Let's actually take absolutely all of these materials, take the smoothness to 0. Right? This is a game that doesn't look smooth. So I don't like these yellows. Let's go to the top dirt and play around with the yellow color. Let's actually try that orange. Yeah, it works pretty good.
The orange looks better.
All right, good. Cool. So we've got our little dirt. It's got some weird details and everything like that. That's okay.
Should we make the sea?
Yeah, well, we can make the sea in a second. First, we need to remember to fix all of the...
that stuff.
All of the parts. So duplicate the spawn point. Rename it dirt. And rename ground to grass. Now let's go to our code and take a look at our enums.
And add it.
We also need to add the color recognition. So we need to like remember that color, right? It's loading. All right, so in game manager, camera manager, map. Okay, so grass, wall, spawn point, dirt. Save. Okay. Let me see here. These containers, uppercase grass. Okay, so did we actually update the fourth container? I don't know that we did. We did not. It's the spawn point, dirt. So now
this one too.
Oh yeah, good point. Prefab needs to be changed. Dirt. Okay, that should be pretty good. Now let's go to our world texture map. Remember, we've got a GIMP folder, so let's open the map in GIMP. And what we're going to do is we're going to add one thing. Now, one thing we should definitely do, you and I, is we should create a legend in GIMP. It's going to be very useful. Okay, so let's add a new layer. And what we're going to do is we're going to, again, lower this to 1, use the pencil. And if you hold Control, this Control, whoops, my bad. This Control, yes. So if you do Control and click,
the color picker.
It picks the color, okay? So hold Control. And we're going to click here, let it go. And on this layer over here, no, we're going to leave the black, it doesn't matter. Hold Control again. Okay, so we got the grass, let it go. And on this layer, we're going to put this grass over there. Okay, now here, hold Control. Okay, let it go. Wall. Is the wall the second one? I don't remember. Yes, wall. Hold Control. Let it go. Here. Hold. We don't have anything else. That's it. So that's our legend. This means we can just go color pick from there and then color around if we want to, right?
Yes, and we also need dirt.
That's right. So I'm going to go here. Now, I don't remember those values, right? So let's go back.
There are 104 for the green.
Yeah, but if you don't remember all of them, it doesn't matter.
And there was 0 for the blue.
It doesn't
and I don't
matter.
remember the X.
184, not 104. 184, 103. Don't make assumptions. It doesn't matter. So 184, 103, and no blue. Okay, so that's the color that we use for dirt. Blotch. There we go. Now let's try it out. I'm going to put a ring of dirt all around. Sure, I got it a bit wrong, doesn't matter. Okay, so hide, rename this one to legend. Yeah, and this one at the moment says grass, but it actually does too many more things, so we'll worry about that later. But hit Control S to save. Hit Control E to export. Control Shift E, rather, I should say. We're going back a folder, and there it is, map. Export. Now, if everything went correctly, we should be able to launch
and have
the dirt, except we don't.
Except we don't.
That's a bit odd. Okay, so the only possibility is the dirt isn't being picked up. So let's go take a look if there's anything. For world texture list, blah blah blah. List my colors index of map instantiate. List of colors, color index. Okay, so that's a bit surprising. Perhaps we've got these numbers wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think so. So the map looks correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder. No, that looks correct too. What have we done wrong? What have we done wrong? Did we do it too soon? No. Still don't see any difference. The dirt isn't instantiating anything, so this means that this particular test is not passing. Okay, so hit debug.log, open round. Okay, wait for a second. So contains color index. Where is the index? Okay, world texture width, blah blah blah. Debug log colors of index. So it's y times world texture width plus x. I'm a bit confused by this. List map colors is a list of colors. And it's those lists that we have exposed, right? So if it contains colors of index, there it is, colors world texture. So copy this, paste it here, then do plus, quote, space, VS, just type VS, space, quote, space, plus. And this one is going to be copy this, paste, open square, open round, int, close round, and now type map tile, I think. There it is, map tile, no. Map tile dot.
I tabbed.
I notice. Tile dot close square. Close round, semicolon. Save. So that's a bit excessive. It's going to do it a bazillion times, but that's fine. Okay, so we got a bunch of them here. Let's see. So, this is in percentage. That's annoying. All right, let's see. So this one's cyan. This one is gray. That's our walls. This one is grass. It's our green. And this is our weird color over here. Okay, now let's see. The color of dirt has the same, has a slightly different approximation. You see this problem?
Yeah.
Right? 404 versus 403. This is an approximation error. So,
is there anything we can do about it?
there are hundreds of solutions. The question is, which one are we going to go with? Now, I think the best solution for now to go is, instead of choosing this particular brown, is let's choose brown that is a decent subdivision of our numbers, right? So say, how much is 60%, or let's say 70% of 255? That's no good, right? We need a whole number. Okay, so how about 0.75% of 255? Still bad. How about 0.8%? So 80% of 255. That's better. 204. So let's change this to 204. Actually, wait a moment. This one is fine. We know that the first one's fine. I'm kind of curious now. What? So 184. Let's see what percentage of 255 it is. 184 divided by 255. No. So we're lucky. Okay, so it's still a good idea to go with 204. Let's go with 204, so it's this more orangish color. Now this one is way lower. So let's try 0.4 times 255. That's 102. Perfect. We're very close. Okay, this is the brown we're going to go with.
102 and 2.
We'll check. I don't expect you to remember numbers. You're not Rain Man. So 204, 102.
204, 102.
Yes.
Easier numbers than last time.
Well, yeah, because they're precise.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to world.
204.
204, 102. The reason why we're picking these is because they're essentially precise numbers when translated into percentages. And now we should get them to work. Or not. Let's see what the situation is. 0.722. I forgot to export the texture. So many mistakes. Save. Control S. Control E. Now, you're gonna work.
Hopefully. Yep.
Hey, your dirt looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that.
Yep.
That actually looks pretty good. It even has a tiny bit of shadow going around.
And since the camera follows it, it should follow it up here.
You can go even out of there, so there's no limitations.
I know, I'm just saying that since you couldn't see the top.
It works just fine, though. This is good. I like your dirt. I think your dirt is cool, and we can do some interesting stuff with your dirt. And everything else, actually. Shall we do a bit of code just for that? But even though I said level design, we should probably focus on what we said we will do. Or
what?
Or not. Check this out, check this out, check this out. Are you ready? So,
Yeah.
maptiles transform.name. Copy this maptiles.transform. Paste it here. And go dot rotation equals quaternion dot Euler
What were?
open round new vector 3. No, just say vector 3 dot up multiplied by open a round bracket, say float, close the round bracket, random dot range, open round 0,4, close round, multiplied by 90f, semicolon. Save. So, what do you think this will...
You probably meant close the bracket, semicolon.
Yes, close the bracket, semicolon. What do you think this will do?
Rotate the dirt.
How? What possible results can we get from this?
Well, you said up.
So vector 3 up, which means we're rotating it around the y-axis. So it's
Yeah.
spinning like this, okay? Now, by how much is it spinning? What possibilities can we have?
0 to 3 because 4.
That's right,
times
4 is
1
excluded. So 0 to 3 multiplied by what?
Times 90.
So 0 times 90 is?
0
1 times 90?
is 90.
2 times 90?
180.
And 3 times 90?
270.
That's right. So we can get the 4 cardinal rotations with this little random function.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how this is going to look like. It may look cool, it may look poor, I don't know. But I think it's going to look okay. There you go, everything's kind of rotated a bit weird. Alright, so there's one that looks odd when rotated, in my opinion. It's the grass. And the reason why, the rest is fine, look at the dirt, looks awesome, right?
Yeah.
The reason why your grass is looking all weird is very simple. Because it's a perfect pattern. And your eye adapts itself to patterns, and so it immediately notices that up here it's empty, down here it's empty, up here it's full, down here it's full. If the next one you rotate it, you're going to have 2 fulls and then 2 empties at the top, right? So we're getting these exceptions. Okay, we don't like these exceptions, especially not on the grass. I think it looks really bad on the grass. The rest is fine.
Yeah, it looks like they're up and down and all around.
Yeah, all sorts of weird, right? They're like elevated or whatever. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new little variable here that is also going to be a list. Or an array, actually. So go serialize field. Okay, close, private. Bool. Open and close squares. Map random rotations. IONS. let's also add the word enabled. Capital E. Save. Okay, so map random rotation enables, and here you're just gonna say if open round map random rotation is enabled. There it is. Square bracket. Color index. Close the square bracket. Close the round. Open the squiggle. Wait. Close it here. So we're only gonna randomly rotate if the particular thing, save, is enabled to rotate. All right. So now let's go to the world. Wait for a bit. And now this one has appeared. We want 4 of them, and the grass is the only one that doesn't randomly rotate. Save. Play. And you will see that everything looks good now. Your grass is rotated the same, whereas everything else is randomly rotating. Right? So, for instance,
even the spawn point?
Even the spawn point. So this particular guy here is randomly rotated, etc. Maybe the spawn point should not randomly rotate, right? So because the spawn point depends on the ground. At the moment, we haven't created a ground for it, which we'll absolutely need, right? So it's something.
Let's move the guy off it and see.
You can't. You're in the wrong view. Try now.
Paused. You're paused.
Oh, that helps. Okay. You see, it's still empty underneath. This is something that needs to be done, but we'll worry about it in a second. All right. So now we said we still need to do the C, didn't we? Okay. So for the C, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be pretty quick. Let's remove everything here. Actually, let's Control A, delete. All right. So let's begin with some kind of blue. It doesn't particularly matter really. So we got a deep blue. Okay. Then we're gonna take a lighter blue, which we're gonna put. Let's go with B. Let's change to orthographic. Let's go to the top and create something like this. But I'm also going to remove a few from the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some kind of undulate pattern. Like that. Okay, it doesn't particularly matter we're precise, right? This is a C after all. So
C
we don't
is not precise at all.
We don't expect it to be super duper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
To about here, this one about here, and then about here. There we go. So we got a little bit of a wave. Now I think this is a bit dark. I mean too bright. So there. Let's see this. Ooh, that's good. So if we go to the bottom. We paint this, then this, and now we can pick this guy. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to box select, right? If you remember, you can choose this, and then you go rect.
Yeah.
So that picks all of these, okay? Hit Control C to copy, Control V to paste, hold Control. I can see what's happening. Hold Control again. Let it go. Hold Control actually a bit. And let it go. Okay. Now Control just click away to unselect. Now box, or rather face, attach. Now I'm going to hold Shift and erase this bit. And now I'm going to go up here and erase. Oh no, even better. Oh, too late. Erase this bit. So I'm creating this sort of wave concept, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and now let's go paint, face, boom. There we go. All right, maybe we can move it a bit further up, but that's okay. So for now, again, selecting the rects, Control C, Control V, Control, release, and Control, release. Okay, now this one we're gonna go back to paint, do it with this color. Okay, so even brighter, and then we're probably gonna stop with these colors.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you animate Magic of Voxel?
No, But what we can do is we can create a thing that displaces these a bit in Blender later. I don't know if this is actually painted it. It doesn't look like it. Now it has. Okay, now box selection. Again, I'm going to, oops, undo. Okay, I think I pressed Control. I think I pressed Control Z, so it cut. Okay, here, 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 and here. Okay, all of these are gone. Remove that and that. Remove these, and this, and these. Okay, so this is starting to look a bit off. Okay, I'm just gonna put that there. And I'm going to start sort of playing around with these a bit. I don't want them to be too precise, you know?
Yeah, because waves in real life are not too precise.
Yeah. Whoops. There we go. Maybe add a dot over there. Okay, here we go. That's pretty good. Now maybe we're going to remove a couple over here. Like that. 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 Okay, so that more or less looks like a wave, right? And yeah, how we're going to animate it, I'm not sure for now. But we can create a few variations of this. We'll worry about animations later. No, now.
Okay.
Okay, so, and these also won't be able to be rotated.
Okay.
Right, because otherwise it's going to look really odd.
Mm.
Okay, so let's save as, not save, but save as. Call this one C. Save. Okay, export as PLY. That's good. Okay, next style. Shift C, please. To center the cursor. Import. Sanford PLY. C. Hugetastic.
Also flipped.
Divided by 32.
That was a minus.
Oops. My bad. 32. 32. 32. Looks good to me.
Mm-hmm. Now we need to do that.
All of the magic, right? Yeah. So hit tab. Well, yeah, hit tab again actually. Hit Control A first. Control A again. Save. Now, a tab to go into edit mode, space. Remove doubles. Space, limited dissolve. Done.
Nothing.
See how fast? Delete F. Okay, here we go. That's basically all we need to do now. I mean, these are annoying n-gons. We could... these could actually possibly result into something decent if we were to bridge them. We can possibly try. But I think this is going to be fine. I mean, we got 300 tries, right? So now it's just a matter of assigning the materials. Okay. The bottom part weirds me out a little bit because, yeah, this one won't work very comfortably.
Yeah.
And I know how to fix it. Okay, so first of all, delete this face. Second of all, delete this face. Okay, now delete this face and this face.
Sorry, I pressed F without you
That's
pressing
fine. Delete
delete.
this face and this face. Delete this face and this face. Delete this face. Okay, that's it. We're done. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a face. F. Create a face. Create... Whoops.
Oh,
A
whoops.
face. And the last face. Now, create a face. Okay. Now, hold Alt. F. Hold Alt. F. Hold Alt, F. Hold Alt, F. Save. We've gone down to 250 tries. We've reduced the tries even further. So these are like staggered little waves, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the way we're going to do this is actually going to be super easy. Hit the letter L. See? So first of all, we're going to add 4 materials in this case. Okay, so guess what order we're going to go in?
A, B, C, D.
How did you guess? What a genius. C and D.
Yellow.
Rename it to D.
I guess we should make it
No,
yellow.
just call it D. Hit enter.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yellow over here. Maximum, maximum. Okay, we got a lovely yellow.
I was thinking about yellow and I
Okay,
typed it.
hit L. Hit L. Hit L.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Do it again. Okay.
Very colourful wave,
Yes.
which won't be as colourful in the
No.
game. That
Won't
would be
be.
very silly.
Save. Control S. Okay, so this one I think is going to be very, very simple. All we're going to use is the blue color, where we can't go wrong because it's 100%. Right, so let's go to 5. This one's going to be full blue, no green, no red, full blue. That's the one. 5, we don't have one. 5, we don't have one.
56.
5 cannot be rotated. Pretty important. Okay, so duplicate dirt. C with a capital S. Hit enter. All right. GIMP. Legend. Legend. Oh, did we change the color in the legend? No, save. It's good that we did now. So we don't have to remember our colors. Okay, that's why the legend is useful. All right, now we are going to apply the C around our grass. I mean around our dirt. So it's going to look like a beach. Okay.
You covered it.
Save. Control E to export. Okay, so this part is done. Now we need a prefab. So duplicate the dirt. Rename it to C. We also need materials. Duplicate dirt. Rename it C. Put it C_0. Hit enter. Duplicate. 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 Stop. Okay, so C0 is going to be a blue, deep blue, something like this. C1. Oh, wait a moment. Let's select all the C's first and give them the deep blue. Okay. The second C is going to be a lighter blue.
It's already really light.
Yeah, we should start moving towards cyan. Okay, the third C is going to be even more cyan. And the fourth C is basically going to be white. Okay.
Because there's like the froth on the top.
Froth?
Like the bubbles and they're white.
Is that what it's
on the
called?
top of the
Froth?
sea. Yeah.
Foam, I thought it would be called.
Foam is like the foam in the soap. I
I-
think
I-
you can say either word.
Well, I'll accept what you're saying. I have no idea whether it's true or not.
I've
Alright,
heard
so-
people say it before, so.
You may be right. Differently,
I also may be wrong.
differently from you, I am not mother tongue. You are. Da, 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 da.
What does that mean?
That means that you speak English from birth. Okay, so the bottom one is, I think, the one that's called dirt. So that's the one that's going to have C1. So I'm just going to click on the little circle over here and select C, rather 0. Yes, I was correct. Now, the top dirt is C1. And see if they're actually in order. That would be nice. They are.
Ooh,
Okay.
it's the only one which you haven't gotten wrong.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I'm being taunted by my own daughter. The disgust that fills me right now. It's incredible. Okay, so yeah, that's all good. Now, one thing we may do with all of these materials is perhaps give them a lot of specularity, so they're shiny.
Okay. Can we smooth it then?
What do you mean smooth? Yeah.
To shine
smooth.
it.
Yeah, we need to increase the smoothness. Okay, now you can't see it here in this preview because this preview does not really have the same light as you would in the scene. Okay, so that's an important deal. Now, there's a few more things that we need to do if you think about it. Do you think the sea should be able to cast shadows?
No.
Exactly, right? So the sea shouldn't cast shadows, and we should reflect that. So let's go to our model. It should receive shadows, sure, but it should cast shadows, no. Let's quickly take a look, by the way, and all the other prefabs. So the spawn point model should receive shadows, but not cast them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The sea we've done. The wall should cast them and receive them, so let's leave it alone. The grass
should not cast.
Yeah, right. I need to open it first. Should not cast shadows. In the dirt
Should also not cast shadows.
should not cast shadows.
So all the floor can't cast shadows.
Oh wait, I didn't. This is a bit frustrating. The new prefab system for smaller projects is really annoying. Cast shadows. Oh, okay. Give it a save. Hey, we'll see, by the way, if you shouldn't cast shadow because it was casting shadows on itself.
Huh?
No, so that's
It went dirt. It put dirt instead of
put
sea.
dirt. Why? That's very obvious.
Kind of funny.
That's very obvious. Because we told it to do so.
Oh, oops.
So we did sea, and we're gonna put it in the sea. Under the sea. Haha!
Wow.
It's not too bad.
It looks like boosts in Mario Kart.
No, one thing that I don't like about them though is they're rotating down as opposed to up. I was envisioning them going up. So let's do another thing. We're gonna create another one of these.
And also that.
Instead
Sorry,
of oh yeah, good point. See, save. I'm actually surprised. How did it know? I know because we never use these actually. So that makes sense. Let's change it from a boolean to a float. And let's change the name enabled to rotations. Save. Actually, map rotations. Save.
You shortened that.
Now the question here will be a bit different. Copy. Paste. And you go higher than. Higher than. Higher than.
Sorry.
Higher than.
Higher than.
Higher than. -1f. Or 21. -1f. Yeah. Forgot all the spaces. Brilliant.
Wouldn't they put
Save.
themselves?
No, they don't if you don't conclude the line.
Oh.
So if map rotation blah 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 is higher than -1. Okay, so that means there are -1. My bad, rather, is lower than 0. That's what we're gonna say. So if map rotation save
So
map
much
rotation
for
is lower than 0, that means it's random. Okay, so now you'll see that this is gonna change. It's gonna go a bit mental for a moment.
Boop.
And then we're gonna say 5. Okay, so it's gonna be -1, -1, and -1. These are all random. But the C, we want it to be rotated 180. The grass, we're fine with 0.
Okay.
So now, oh, I forgot. This is still not gonna work. I don't know that I want to teach you that yet. Hit else. Open a squiggle. Or else. Hit enter twice. Close. Save. Copy. Paste. So vector 3 up by map rotations. Copy. Paste. Square bracket. Color index. Close. No. Color
You
index.
said color index, and I thought it had tabbed because you said close.
Close now. I've double clicked. No, it's close the square bracket. Save. Okay. Now it will rotate every wave
Then
up. Yeah, I'm much happier
that
with this.
looks much better.
I agree. So there's some other things that we're gonna have to worry about in future, but for now this will do. Right now, one of the problems is we can actually walk on our on our waves. That's all right.
It's like we're flying.
Yeah, well, that's what we are pretty much. Bye. I'm going. Okay, now we got 9 minutes, so let's do a bit of level design because we promised we would, right? So first of all, we clearly are running out of space, aren't we? So let's create a substantial larger image. So we're gonna go to image, canvas size, and this is 16 by 16. Let's at least go 64 by 64.
Like the other one.
Okay, now we need to right click and hit the letter I, which is a shortcut. Wait, I think it's layer to image size. I, layer to image size, and I, layer to image size. Now, one problem that we've got here is that it's white and not black. Right, so let's select black, plop. So our background is done. Right, now in this we can cut, Control X, Control V, and we can move it wherever we want. This is our initial room. So how about we make our initial room a little house on a circular island?
Sure.
Okay. Now, in order to do that, what
we
we
need
should
to make
have,
more sea.
what we should have is probably our background should be made of sea.
Yeah.
All of it. So instead of this, let's go with the blue that we had before. Okay. And plop. And now rename it to sea. Type the word sea. Hit enter.
Say.
Say. Sea. You potato. Can't believe we homeschool you.
What?
I'm joking. I'm giving you a hard time. Joking.
Oh.
Get used to it. That's what it is like to be around dudes. We give a hard time to people. So duplicate this one. Wait, I need to do it. Rename this one to dirt. The D is very hard to find. Hit enter. Okay. So the dirt doesn't need the grass, and the grass doesn't need the dirt. So I'm removing all of the extraneous things, and we're gonna try and keep everything layer dependent, okay? Now, duplicate the dirt, rename it. Actually, wait a second. Is this dirt only now? Yeah, so no, don't duplicate the dirt. Delete layer. Duplicate the grass. All right, rename this one wall. Walls. Hit enter. Okay, so the walls will not have anything green on them. And I forgot the entrance. Well, I didn't forget it, but it was there. Okay, so the walls and the grass doesn't need the walls. But what does this mean? That we don't need precision. So we can just delete all of this and literally then open our legend here, grab the green from the legend,
Book.
go back to grass and fill it. Plop. Right? Because that way we don't have to worry about stuff. We're just going to put it logically. We're going to put the wall on top of the grass on top of the sea, and so on.
But where is the sign thing?
Well, we'll add it now. Spawn point should be one of the top things. The dirt should be under the walls, right? So we're going to do logical stuff here. And here we're going to put spawn. Or spawn point. Yeah. Hit enter. And we know that this one is cyan, so hold control. Wait.
Sorry.
Not Windows. Hold control. Okay, I've got the cyan. Release it. Oh,
Perfect.
there's our cyan, right? Okay, so...
Should we make some more islands?
Well, yeah, for now, first of all, we said we wanted a circular island, right? So we want to delete some of these points. Like this. Let's make it look at least a bit like a circle first, and then we'll make decisions. Okay, so that's more or less a circle. Now, the thing that is going to be a pain is moving things about. Okay, it's something we need to be prepared for. For the future, it's going to be really annoying because we have multiple layers. So that's going to be but that's fine. So for instance, cut the grass. How appropriate. Paste it. See, the rest doesn't move with the grass.
Yeah.
Not ideal. So let's stay here for now. All right.
Don't think it looked like that.
I know, but it doesn't matter. So now we're gonna go grab. This is an adventure game, so we have a lot more opportunity to play around. So this is our green, and let's create a. First of all, I'd like to create a dirt surrounding this. So the dirt, hold control. Yeah, release.
Then maybe a bridge.
Yeah, well, we don't have any wood.
Good point.
Right, so if you want to make a bridge, you know what to do, lady. Okay, so I've
Thought we could make like a dirt bridge.
Oh, sure, we could. I don't think it's gonna look particularly cool.
Yeah.
It'd be better to have a wooden bridge, but yes, we'll make a dirt bridge for now.
Stone bridge.
Yes, exactly. Right. So let's create a wooden bridge, a dirt bridge here, and let's say it leads to some kind of beach.
So you said peach for a second.
Right. Plop. Now we want the dirt to be underneath the grass. Okay, which means that now this dirt can be painted in too. So if the grass disappears, that doesn't disappear. Do you understand? I'm doing like stratified design here.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's actually do an opening over here, an opening over here, opening over here. There, that'll do. We can make a few. Whoops, my bad. With the eraser, there's a problem. It's not a precise eraser. Now I don't know if there's a way to actually do this. But I would like the eraser to be perfect, and it still isn't, right? So this is really annoying about this, because we're not really using a great tool for this. GIMP isn't a great tool. We should use AssetBrite or something like that. Now, I don't know if it's a free tool. I'll look into it next time. But basically, this doesn't really help us. I'd love to be able to erase perfectly, okay? And we can't really do it at this time. Even if we did a circle like this and we hit delete, see? It smooths the edges. That's not good.
And it made a golf or something.
Well, yeah, I want to make that golf, but I can't. So I need to do it with perfect boxes like this. So for now, let's just stick with this for now. Okay, so grass. Let's go to paint. Grab a little bit of this, and we're going to add a little bit of grass over here. Okay, a little bit of grass. A little bit of grass. There, and then maybe over here. Okay. And then plop, paint all the grass. So we got our grass. Now walls, we're gonna need to grab the walls. And what are we gonna do?
Paint.
We could build a dungeon.
Sure.
Right? So we could do an entrance like this. Actually, this will
closed.
be, I know, this will be a closed room, and then perhaps another room over here. That.
So like a Zelda map you can see, you know, like in Okami.
Yeah, maybe, but you could also have corridors, right? Like that.
Ouch, yeah.
And then perhaps a building like this, and it closes down here, and here we're gonna put a two-way corridor to enter it. Okay. Now,
okay.
I'd love to be able to delete easily, but we're not. So it's something I'll look into it for next time. Okay, so let's see. This one goes over here, then this one opens up over here, and then this one opens up over here, and now we're gonna build another room. So obviously this is not gonna be particularly interesting right now. There's nothing that can happen in our game, but it's not too bad either. There's, you know, we could do
make a spawn point right somewhere in this room. In the dungeon
cool.
thing.
Yeah, this would be a good attempt to see if it works. Well, but we can't really trigger them, can we? I don't think so. I'm not sure, maybe, but I don't think we can. Put a spawn point over there. All right. Now hide the legend. Save. Control V to paste. Control E to export.
Good thing
And
I didn't do that one yet.
let's see our game now. Only C.
Oops.
Only C.
Hey, that's our
So
island.
we just spawned in the saved positions because the saved positions didn't exist.
Oh.
That's a problem. There's the island. See?
Here's the big place. Here's
There's
the
big
dungeon.
place, and it's closed. Okay. So you can go over here. That's closed too. Hello.
And the door.
Who's in here? Then over here. We found another spawn point. Dun, dun, dun. Right? So all of this now kind of works. Right? So, and for people who are wondering what these green lines are, is because the world is selected. There. Now they're not there. Now we can still exit here, right? That's because we didn't put any mountains, and at the moment we can go into the sea because the sea doesn't care.
Splash, splash. Kind of looks like sea.
I think it looks a little bit too bright to look like the sea, but that's okay.
Well, I guess I can't say that because I have basically never seen the sea, so.
Oh, that's true. I don't think you've ever been on a coast that gives on the sea.
There was the beach that we went to earlier in
Look at
Albert.
that. Look at that. The shadow bubbling on the sea.
Shadow bubbling that, but it made me make it seem to look like a sea.
Oh.
Should make some beach.
Well, the dirt is, yeah, you could make sand for the beach. That's probably, for the beach would probably be better. Here you go. You can move about a bit. There, move about.
I'm gonna start at
Take
the
a look.
end again.
I'm going to start from the beginning. Okay.
Restart, restart, restart.
Yeah, we're going to have to look into why the saving is putting us in the wrong, well, I mean, because it's saved the wrong stuff, but that's okay. Not to worry.
Does Link actually start with the sword in Wind Waker?
I think so. I can't remember. Not with a master sword, I don't think so, but he's got a sword.
I think the dojo guy gives him a sword.
Yeah.
Let's start. Done.
Yeah. So there we go. I mean, for now there isn't anything we can do in the game, but you can see how easy it is for us to build levels. Well, build dungeons or the world, whatever we want. Bear in mind, this is just a 64 by 64 picture. Do you know how small a 64 by 64 picture is? See this icon over here? This Magic of Voxel icon? That's 64 by 64.
Whoa.
That's how tiny the picture we made is. Imagine making 1024 by 1024.
That would be huge.
Do you know how big the definition of the screen is?
How big?
1920 times 10 times 1080.
Whoa.
That's why we call it 1080p. So it's pretty hefty, right? We can make an 8K texture, huge texture, and start putting pixels everywhere. But in order to do that, I'll look into a different type of tool, for sure. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to make the sea actually go down into the ground by a bit, a certain displacement. Sorry, I must have hovered on something. A certain displacement. So we don't have much time, but perhaps we could just do the displacement ourselves really quickly right now. But we will have a problem when we do that with our dirt and our grass, because they don't have anything that leads them down.
These circles,
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah,
they
those
don't
need
look
to be
very
fixed.
good with the shadows. They're the actual circles on the spawn point.
Well, we still need to put post-processing and add emissive materials. So I think it's going to look a lot better when we have that.
Oh.
Don't worry about it now.
I'm being bounced.
So let's quickly do a few things here. Number 1.
Put the controller away.
Yeah, don't need that. Number 2, grab the grass, hit tab. The dirt, I should say. Now hit E to extrude, Z, and -1. Oops. You sure you press Z and not Y? Well,
Press
it's not
it
going to work
again,
anymore,
just-
but that's okay. So this one is -1. Okay. And delete faces. Okay. Save, Control S. Okay. So now all of the dirt leads down. We may add some details here later. It's not a problem now. Okay, so all of the dirt can go down. This one is fine as it is. The grass needs the same treatment. Hit tab.
Sorry.
I can't see anything. Hit Z. Okay, hit E to extrude. Z. -1. Yeah, definitely. It's doing some weird stuff here, but that's okay. -1. Interesting, the X is actually not in the middle. Delete face. Okay, that's good. And hit Control S. Let's recalculate the normals. I have suspicions. Hit A, select all. Yeah, I was right. So this may be, hit tab. This may be a problem with the dirt too. Hit tab, A, hit tab, Control S. So our dirt and our grass leak down into the ground. Now we got two options. We can either move this down or then move it via code, and we're gonna do it by moving it. So hit A to select all, A again, and I'm gonna say -1. That's it. Control S to save. And now
we are literally flying.
Yes, on the water, but we're gonna make it so that you can't enter the water. How?
And you can't spawn in the water, definitely.
I'm not sure, but there you go. Ooh, what's happened to the grass? That looks a bit weird now.
It looks more like farmland.
Yeah. So now.
Well, it could be farmland around Link's house.
We're clearly detached from the water, right? And we should make it so that you can't drop off, and we're gonna do it by cheating. Assuming we want to make it so that we can't swim. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna cheat. There's a lot of questions here. We'll see.
This guy runs pretty fast.
It's fine. So let's try and find out what's happening to that grass. That's odd. Do you see evidence of that in here? I didn't. So let's go to object mode. Grass. Ooh,
I see it.
Something. I think what happened is...
We switched material?
No, the normals are facing down, but I don't understand why. Yeah, I think that we're still gonna get some of them there. There's this row.
And I see them right...
Yeah, there's 2 rows that are facing down for some odd reason that I must say I don't understand. But that's okay. Wait a second. I'm doing... No, what? Okay. 1 sec. Delete face. No, okay. I am not crazy. Flip directions. Okay, so I've saved.
They should work now, should they? Maybe. Yes. Poof.
Much better. And now you see we've got this sort of concept of falling down. Now, as you can see, I expected this. It's too boring, right? It's boring. The brown, that sort of plain brown. It would need to have the details of the dirt inside it, right? Some little scratches and that sort of stuff. It would be a lot more interesting. But it's something about that we can worry about later. Cool. Well, that was fun. All right, so we're done for today. To our YouTube audience, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
See ya.
Bye.